Hello everyone, and this is Sohini from Dabble Lab, and welcome to Dabble Alexa with Sohini, episode 10. I'm really sorry, first of all, for not being available last week. I was a bit outside, so I just couldn't come in and just do the stream. But I'm back again, and this week we're gonna do some super cool stuff. So there's something new that we're gonna do today. So right after the stream ends, we're gonna have a short after party, and we're gonna do that over Clubhouse. I will share a link with you on the chat so that you can find me in there, and you can join me in that event. And once again, hello everyone, and thanks for joining in. But before I begin, I'd love to know if the audio is good, if the background music is not too much, if the video is good, and if everything's fine. If there's anyone who's watching me right now, can you confirm me if the audio and the rest of the stuff is good enough? Then we can begin, and we can go ahead. Well, my internet connection can give some problems because my frames are still dropping. Okay, Daniela says all good. So let's welcome Daniela Ramirez. She's our new social media director, and she's gonna manage all our social media stuff, and she's new to our team. And so let's give her a good shout out and welcome. And thanks Daniela for letting me know that everything's fine. So let's begin. So today we're going to talk about Amazon Comprehend Medical in an Alexa skill. Well, its integration in an Alexa skill is not the most important part. I think in the previous stream we discussed what Amazon Comprehend is. So in today's stream, we're going to find out what the Amazon Comprehend Medical is, what are the great stuff that we can do using the Amazon Comprehend Medical. So we're going to do a short piece of code in Node.js, and then we're going to integrate that in Alexa skill and see a voice application, a voice utility of that. And we're gonna go with interaction of questions. You can ask me any question that you have on the live chats, and I'm gonna answer all your questions individually, and we can have an amazing session with all your support. So yeah, Alex says the audio is good and the video is okay. Thank you so much for the confirmation. Alrighty, so the first thing that we're gonna do today is find out the APIs that Amazon Comprehend Medical offers to us. So let's first go to the website and just, so when you log into your Amazon AWS console, just go into the search bar and type in Amazon Comprehend. So when you do this, you're going to find out. Yes, so this is something that we launched the previous week. So this week we're going to do the Amazon Comprehend Medical, as I said. So normally to the people who are new in here, I would just let you know that this is pure natural language processing service. So using the Amazon Comprehend, we understood the previous stream what we could actually extract from a piece of text. Could be entities, could be sentiment, could be the language. So it's kind of proper, it's going to extract the stuff out of your text, and it's going to give you output for those. You can map them with with your own requirements. So today we will get started with the documentation for Comprehend Medical. So when you go to this part and then you hit on Amazon Comprehend Medical, this is how we're going to get started. So this is the main documentation. I want to link this up if you want to go ahead with me on the chats. You can refer to this if you're following me now. And so this is useful for detecting information especially the clinical text could be a patient's prescription, could be someone's discharge summary, as you see in here, test result, case notes. So those are usually too lengthy. And we often, I'm not a doctor, but in terms of a doctor, I think they're not so digital, and in my country, people would just write down the prescription on pen and paper. But I think it's slowly getting automated to the digital part. So I think if we have those digital texts and if we put those through our Amazon Comprehend Medical, we can get really good analysis of our text, of those unstructured texts in a organized manner. Like, we can detect a couple of important things. So now let's understand what are the things that we can detect through a medical analysis or a medical summary, a prescription, or anything of that sort. So we can find out the entities. Wait, let me just take you to the... Okay, so the APIs. All right, so we've got all these APIs. So using, let's say for this one, you can detect the anatomy, medical condition, medication, protected health information, test treatment procedure, and time expression from the text. So you also have the types as these, and the attributes as these, and the traits as these. You can find all of these in the documentation. So we're not going to run each one of them because that's going to take a lot of time in a stream. But of course, there's a surprise that's coming up for all of you soon. So I'm building a short course, a crash course kind of course for this entire Amazon Comprehend thing, along with the Amazon Comprehend Medical, which will contain a detailed information about all the methods that we have inside of Amazon Comprehend and Amazon Comprehend Medical, their use cases, and how you can leverage upon them in your projects, in your business, or in anything that you are willing to do, and anything that can benefit you. So these are just the names of the entities that we require, which we can capture from the JSON file that comes in, that the response that comes in when we send a request. So your request would be the unstructured text, which could be person's medical prescription, and it will return you a JSON file with all of these. So let's take a look at all of those. So I think these are the APIs, the text analysis APIs that we've got. So through those, you can find out these entities also with the PHI entities. You can find all this protected health information. You can have the age, date, name of the person, their phone, email, or ID. I think we quite well did all of these the other day when we were trying to understand the normal Amazon Comprehend. So there also we had all these entities detection. And then we can do batch analysis. So this is when we have lots of documents. So normally we would pass just a string, which is not even a document, it's just a piece of string. But when you have huge amount of documents, like pages of strings, so then I think up to 10 GB of documents can be analyzed in one batch, and this API is for batch analysis. So this is how you would just pass in with respect to where your document is located. If it is an S3, then this is where it's going to be the input bucket where your document is located, and the output bucket is going to be where you're going to get the analysis of all those documents after being processed. So these are the text analysis APIs, and then we have ontology linking APIs. So this is a bit more of medical stuff. I'm not sure if we have any doctor in here or a medical person, then it would be more interesting because I would have had some good medical questions. Hi Brito, thanks for joining. I'm well, how are you? I see you a long time later. It's been a long time now. Because yeah, I wasn't there the other week, so it seems to me for a long time. Alrighty, so we were talking about ontology linking, so let's see what we have inside of ontology. So this is like the standardized ontologies would include the RX norm and the ICD-10 knowledge bases. So let's I will not go too deep into this because this might bore you out, but I will just give you a brief summary of what this is. So the Infor ICD-10 is to detect the possible medical conditions and entities that link them to codes from the 2019 version of the International Classification of Diseases. I'm not quite sure what this thing is. It's completely medical, but what I sure understand is that this is able to detect all these stuff when we have scenarios like assistance for professional medical coding for patient records, which could be a great use case. I'm not quite sure if huge hospitals would be using this this service in such scenarios outside, but I would really love to see hospitals leveraging upon these options to benefit themselves and reduce their workload, labor, and yeah, it could help them. So Brito says, I'm great, Sohini. Great to know that. Well, then we have clinical studies and trials, integration with the medical software system, or early detection and diagnosis, and population health management. So these are the scenarios when we could use this. So we have a method for this as well. So like when we're using that certain text, so it would return us with all these stuff. So let's say, so when we're trying to analyze ICD-10 so we're going to analyze this. So our text is kind of going to be like this. So you can see the text. I'm not sure if I can enlarge this, but I can. So this text, as you see, has got a medical condition where it says that someone is having trouble with this dosage of clonidine, which seems to me a medicine, and these are the problems that they're having, and these are the medicines that they have, and this is what it is. It's just a proper text, and this is what it returns. So this is the input that you're going to pass through the API, and then this is what your output is going to look like. So here you can see the category turns to be a medical condition, and the text is sleeping trouble, and then it is giving us the concept. So we have description of sleeping disorder, unspecified, somnolence, hypersomnia, unspecified. It's all picking up from this text all automatically. It's understanding the description to be this. So it's too smart. It's really good. And the traits or symptom, as we saw it above, we have these are the traits. We have symptom, sign, negation, and diagnosis. So we'll get a look of those as well. So these are all of those. This is the text rash, and these are the attributes. You can see the type, everything. So this is what it is for ICD-10 then we've got Infor RX norm. This is quite similar, but this is to identify medications that are listed in a patient record as entities. So this is more like for medicines, to extract the names of medicines. So that's quite cool, because yeah, I think it's cool. I don't know why, but it's cool. So the text is going to be like this, and the output's going to give out the names of all these medicines. So as you can see, this is how the response is going to be. So this is the dosage where it's listed, and then we've got all of the information. So we have the name of the medicines in here as well inside the concept name. So if we try to map this in an external application, we can find out the names of all the medicines that we have in. So I think I did lots of detailing for this. So this is the last one, and then I'm not going to talk so much. Then we have ontology linking batch analysis. So just like we had text analysis batch APIs, so this is again when we have documents with up to 20,000 characters, then you can use batch analysis for performing this type of task. So, and to all the people who are watching me right now, if you think that this thing is quite cool and this thing is helping you, do not forget to hit a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're new to this, and do share this stream link with your friends, and they can join us too in this party. Well, then we can go to our, I will send you another reference that I'm going to be using to do today's code. Hi Harshit. Harshit asks, so if a hospital has to categorize their data, then they can upload their files and get the important parts. Yes, of course. That's the best part. And you can do this. They have a real-time analyzer as well. So let's say you have the prescription. So let's say, I'm not sure if you've ever done image to text extraction. So I've worked on a project that was the Tesseract's OCR, which did image to text extraction. So when you have a Visa card or anything, a person's, we have so many, like a person's passport or Visa or PAN card, it can detect all the text out of it. So yeah, you're aware of that. So that manner, like you have a scanned prescription and you can just extract all the text, and if you pass all the text in their real-time, this one in here, let's say this is where you paste all the text, it's gonna give you all the names of the entities in here. My Siri is waking up more frequently than Alexa today. So yeah, alright, so this is how it's gonna come up, and you can see this looks super cool when someone wants to analyze, and you can have a JSON version of this as well. This is where you get the JSON version. So this is real time. Yeah, this feature is actually great. It's just about the awareness. I don't think that more people are quite aware of this feature, because if this could be used in a large scale application, this could be a great deal. Could make a great deal, especially for doctors and people like the compounders who would just sit and write the names of patients and collect so many bundle of documents. I think, yeah, their labor would be just paperless. Alrighty, so I think we quite saw the real-time analyzer. This is how it's going to extract. For RX norm concept, as we discussed, that it would just give us the symptoms and medicines and stuff. So this is how it's going to be for them. And as from this text that we discussed earlier, it gave us these as the responses. So with respect to some of the inferred concepts, the top inferred concepts, and this is how this is how our API request or API call would be, and this is how our API response would be. Yeah, thanks Harshit. I know this feature is cool. And then for ICD-10 CM concepts, I think we can do the medicines, the name of the medicines could be analyzed. So I think I pasted a link on the chats, which is the library that we all use this. So this is something that I refer to when writing Node.js code, like how the API call is going to be, what's going to be the name of the method, and how it's going to look like. So I've written a piece of code in Replit, and this is it. So let's do a walkthrough, like how it's going to be when you're writing code individually to extract data. If you want to integrate this in an external application, what's going to be the code for it? So this is the Node.js code for it, and I think Amazon's got the code for all the Amazon Comprehend methods and services written in Java, Python, and .NET. So I try to make sure that I have something present for Node.js. So this is something that you gotta require. Your AWS SDK, which is quite important, else this is not going to work. You need to have the config.json, which is going to contain your AWS secret ID and AWS access ID credentials, all the AWS credentials. So you can access that from your account. So once you go to your account, I'm logged in. Now if you go to my security credentials, then you can hit on this, and this is where you can get the access keys. So I'm using this for now, but this is quite secret and personal. Never share this with anybody, so always try to keep it hidden, else you're going to be charged for his AWS bills. So I'm using it for now, and I will delete this later after the stream. So in my code, your config.json is going to look like this, where you have your access key ID, your secret access key, and make sure that you have your region listed. So that's very important as well, else it's not going to work. Alright, so then we need to make sure that we have this. This is very important. So this is I have taken this class from this part, this dictionary, this library, or whatever you can call this. In here we have all of these mentioned, and the API version is quite different. So this is somewhere that you can make mistake. If you're replicating my previous code that we did the other day, then you're going to make a mistake, because the API version is quite different for Amazon Comprehend Medical and Amazon Comprehend. So that's 2017 version, and this is 2018 version. So make sure that you are quite prompt with the versioning, else you're going to land in trouble. And then these are the method summaries. So I have picked up a particular method, which is detect entities version 2, because this operation is deprecated now. So this is going to throw you errors. So make sure that you use this. So this is going to inspect the clinical text for a variety. I'm not sure if you can see my screen. I will just increase the font. To all my viewers, if you think the font or anything is small, then please be sure to let me know, because it skips off my mind often. So yeah, so this returns specific information about them. It's just entity category, location, and confidence score on each information. So we're gonna do this first. So these are gonna be your parameters. So for this API call, we'll just pass the text as a parameter. So I've just created a separate function. I've passed the text from there, but you can put the text in here as well. And this is where you're writing down the method. And I'm using promise because here you can see they've used callbacks, which is quite outdated now, because now I think promises and async functions are quite more, like trending and new and quite modern. So I'm not using callbacks now. So then we have this, and this is from the JSON file. So we have entities, and inside of those, if you take a quick look at the where's that? Let me take you to Now if you look at this, you can see we have the entities and we have category, medication. So if you go to this one, this is what we're gonna do now. So we have entities, we have medical condition. So I am trying to get inside of the category medical condition. If the category matches, then what we're going to do is, in our code, we're going to pass in all the name of the diseases inside of text. So text contains the names of the diseases this person could probably have, and we're going to return the name of the diseases that this person has. So we've done config.json, we have set up the whole code, and then we're gonna just run this piece of code. Let's see what it gives us. And as you see, I've got the entire JSON file in here, and these are the diseases that we have identified from this. So this is our entire JSON, and I'm kind of bringing in all the data that's inside of text, because text contains, this particular entity contains the names of all the diseases. Hey Patrick, long time no see, thanks for joining in. How are you? Alright, so we got all this stuff, and this is how it's going to return to you. So now what we're going to do is try another method and see what it returns, okay? So now if you go to, let's say, in for ICD-10 CM. Hi Steve, thanks for joining. If you go to info ICD-10 norm 10 CM, and we've got category medical condition. Now let's try to bring all the descriptions together, okay? So now we want to see what this patient has, like all the problems that she has. So in our code, what we're going to do is change this. we're going to use this method. Here it is. We're going to copy this. We're going to paste it inside of this. And we have to change the text because this is how, let's say this is the text. Let's use this text because I'm not a good medical person and I don't have enough prescriptions, although I get sick too frequently. Alright, so then we're going to put in description because that consists of all the information. I think it's description, yeah. Alright, so now we're going to get sleep disorder, unspecified, somnolence, hypersomnia, and all the descriptions listed. So now we're going to run this and see what it gives us. So we are going to see category. It's inside of text. It's not description. I'm sorry. So we're gonna do just text in here. They were showing description in there, so I just did. So we're gonna find out the text. It's gonna give us the output. Here you go. So this person, she reported that she is 40-year-old mother and a high school teacher HPI, and she has sleeping trouble on present dosage of clonidine, severe rash in face and leg, slightly itchy meds, and all these. Oh, it's so complicated stuff I can't read out. And this is how I've extracted all of these problems. Good to know that you're well, Patrick. Thanks, Singin. I hope that this content is helping it. And also, if you're new in here, if you've just joined us now, do not forget to hit a like on this video. Do not forget to share this with your friends. And do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That'd be great. And also, if you think that today's episode was really cool and you took loads of learning, do not forget to tweet on Twitter using the tweet that we have on our Dabble Labs YouTube Twitter, and use our YouTube link, and also use the hashtag Dabble Lab. I'd love to see those. Alright, so I think this is how we're going to extract all the information, so we quite understood. Now, I'm not going to run all the methods for now, because our goal is to create an Alexa skill that returns all of these. So I think you quite understood that how we write the code in Node.js to extract certain stuff out of this. So now if I do type, it's gonna give me DX name for all of these, and yeah, like I can extract any of these and I can just find out what's inside of those. So this is important to know because this is what you're gonna use to integrate in an external application. So for my case, the external application would be an Alexa skill that I'll be using today. So what I'll do is navigate to my GitHub, and I will share the link with you. This is it, and this is something that's, if you're coding long, just use this and refer to this. What you can do is then go to your Alexa developer console, and here it's going to take some time. Let me sip some water. Excuse me. Okay. I hope that today frames didn't drop and my connection was quite good. Alright, so now okay, so I will reload this and I will create a new skill. Okay, so let's name the skill as what? Medical diagnosis, okay? And let's keep the default language as English US, and the model is custom, and it's Alexa host in Node.js. So we're going to create the skill and copy the code from the Git repo and paste that in here. It's gonna take some time. Hold on tight. Okay, so now we're gonna hit on import skill, paste it in here, and import the stuff. So this is gonna go inside. Just gonna take a couple of seconds. Till then, I want to know, is there anything that you would want to know? Is there any question for me? Do you have any question or any thoughts? You can let me know. I'd love to hear and answer. Well, I think I quite didn't refer to the presentation that I created, but these were I think I discussed all of these in detail, so I didn't need to. Alright, so let's just wait for a couple of more seconds. Yes, Harshit, you can use this GitHub repo, it's public, and if you like it, just give it a star and do share this on your Twitter. Steve asks, so with this skill, I don't have to go to the doctor anymore. No, you don't have to. So if you have problems, you can just use this to state your problems. And if your doctor says that you gotta keep coming every month, just tell him to write you a prescription. You don't have to go see him. And you can put all the writings from that to this, and you can analyze everything on your own. I love this question though. Yeah. Well, yes, and if anyone's using the repo, please, you feel free to use this. Do hit this repo with a star and do share this in your Twitter so that more people are aware of this and they can use this to do a couple of cool stuff as well. And tag us, tag Dabble Up. Yes, Dr. Alexa. So this is Dr. Alexa for medical diagnosis. Alright, so let's go to the code and understand how this is. Okay, so I'm not sure why the color is gone from the code. This used to be colorful. Oh, the color is back. Okay, so we're doing the same piece of code for this, the one that we understood on Replit. So it's just the same. We have the same import files. We have the config.json empty. So make sure if you're using this, you just pass in all your access key ID, secret access key in region inside of this. So I'm going to copy this from config.json and I will paste this inside of this. Command V, come back, and this is our launch request handler. So I'm going to say, welcome, tell your medical condition. Or let's say, what's your, so I'm going to use tilde. What's your medical condition? So this is Dr. Alexa asking. Okay, so then this is our async function that's going to make the call, and then it's going to return in here. So I've created a small slot. So if you go to the build of the skill, you'll be able to see there's something that is quite weird that I noticed recently, is that previously we could pass in the slots in the utterances without any extra texts in the front or the back, but now you cannot just pass a single slot without a text, before or after. It's gonna say that missing utterance, so you cannot just pass a simple slot. My internet is very slow today, I'm so sorry, so that's why it's spinning around and around. Now if you go to interaction model and then you go to intents and then you navigate in medical intent, this is the intent that I created. So these are a couple of utterances that I've used, but if you're using the skill at large scale, make sure that you have some more probable utterances that you can have before the slot, because if I just do report and pass it, it will not go, it will throw me an error. But that was cool. So the type of the slot, is Amazon.search query. So using this Amazon.search query, this is basically for accepting random huge text chunks. So normally in Alexa everything is short and simple, so if you're passing a huge chunk of text, then this is going to be quite normal and this is going to go inside. So this slot type is the best one that I've come across that you can use for the slot. So inside of report, now if you go to the code, inside report, so I'm passing report inside medical and passing this inside of my async handler. It's extracting all the information and it's joining in, and then it's sending to my speak output. So that is how it's happening. That's simple. Now let's deploy the code and open the test console. Till then, let me just find out the text for this. PT is patient, right? So we're gonna turn the mode to development. Do we have any questions so far? Alrighty. So now we're gonna start with this medical diagnosis. Okay, so I'm going to pass in all the text, but I need to put a MS or miss ahead of everything, else it's not going to work. Let's say Mrs. X. Let's try with this. Actually the audio is the text is quite big, that's why this problem is happening. So I will just go to the proper text of this and pass in the smaller version. Let's go to this part. Where do we have APIs? I lost that text. Wait, just give me a second. Or let's just shorten it. Let's just shorten it. Where's the test simulator? So this is quite big for Alexa to recognize. That's one of the drawbacks. So that's something I've taken as a learning. So in voice applications, it is only helpful when your stuff is small.
Welcome. What's your medical condition?
Let's remove these stuff just in case. Miss X is having. Okay, well, let's try. Actually, that's because of my build model, so I will change it. Wait. It's gonna take some time. And then we're gonna try this out. Let me copy this part though. Okay, the build is successful. So let's try it again. Let's hope that this code doesn't fail this time. Diagnosis, and or if I just say I am having.
Welcome. What's your medical condition? Identified diseases are sleeping trouble, rash.
This combination is quite funny, sleeping trouble and rash. So I think something's wrong with my bed sheet. I gotta wash that. Alright, so it just identified the diseases that we have. So this is the whole code. Now it's up to you how you want to use it. You can go ahead and make changes in, you know how the JSON data looks like. You can log it at you have the data logged in your CloudWatch. So if you go to your CloudWatch, this is where you see all the logs. So you can find out the backend JSON that's coming up and with respect to that, you can map all the details that you want. Now let's say you want to list the name of the medicines as well. You can just keep another liner. So the identified medicines are so and so. So this is where it is, and now this is it. I think, yes, this is the data that we have logged. So we have entities and all of these. Let me just increase the font size. I think you can see it now. So we have entities, all of these medical condition and all the stuff that we have extracted. So yeah. So that was the whole agenda for today. I hope that I gave you enough resources to dabble around today and have fun. I think so. Let's do a quick revision of what we did. So we learned about what the Amazon Comprehend Medical is, what are the text analysis APIs, how we can do batch analysis. We discussed about that, and we also discussed the probable methods that we have inside of text analysis APIs. We talked about the ontology linking APIs. We spoke about what Infor ICD-10 CM is, what Infor RX norm is, how are they different. One is for bringing up the medications and one is for bringing up all the symptoms in a patient's record or a huge structure of data. And we can do batch analysis for 20,000 characters at once inside of ontology linking batch analysis. And then we went to this library, which I used to refer to all the Node.js stuff, and I've linked this in the chats as well. You can use this. We did a quick code on Replit, and this is the code. And yes, and we have a GitHub repo. This is it. You can use this to create an Alexa skill. This contains the whole code. Make sure that you give in all your AWS credentials inside of your config.json, which is inside of Lambda. And if you don't do that, then your skill is not going to work, because without credentials, you cannot use the service. You need to be part of AWS. If you don't have an account, you need to set that up and then just find out your keys. And then we built an Alexa skill. We have a template, which is in here. We saw the implementation. We also logged the data in our backend, and now we know how to extract all the entities out of it. So, Harshit says that it was great. Looking forward to implement. Alright, so do let me know how you felt after you implemented it. And also today we're going to do a Clubhouse event for this, so I will give you the Clubhouse link. So this is the link. I will give that to you again. So if you have any questions that you would want to ask and you would join us today in Clubhouse, you can join us using this link. So it's going to be around 30 to... It's going to take some time. It's going to be an hour from now. It's 10:13 at my place now, so it's going to be 11 p.m. my place. So just an hour later, when I finish my dinner and when I log down everything, I'm going to come in and we're going to discuss about anything that you want to ask. Patrick asks, I would like to integrate Alexa with P service now. Okay, I'm not quite sure what P service now is, but and receive notification. I need to check that out. I've not heard of service now. Okay, well, I think that's quite new. I'm gonna dabble around with that and see what that is. If you have any specific questions, you can reach out to me on Twitter, Patrick. Hershit says, oh yeah, iPhone. You know, I got an iPhone to do Clubhouse. Honestly, I took that huge risk. So I think you can do that as well. Okay, and to all the people who are new in here, if you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, do not forget to do that right now. Hit on the bell icon below to stay notified. Hit a like on our YouTube channel and share this with your friends as much as possible. We want to see more people, more likes, more engagements, and we can bring all new stuff to you, just as you wish. And also do let me know what you want to see next week, because I'm working on a couple of topics that are very interesting and new, quite trending, and that's going to make you feel so excited. Also, I'm going to come up with a short crash course for all of these Amazon Comprehend things that I've been doing for all the 2 weeks, and you can access them very soon, so that's a surprise, so stay tuned, and I will see you soon again next Friday, same time. And if you have any questions till then, you can reach out to me on Twitter. @the Sohini, that's my username. And if you have any more questions, you can comment and you can ask me in the chats now, and I will see you soon. Till then, have a great rest of your time, and bye bye.